What's going on, everyone? This is Miguel at Retro Basement. I finally decided to do it. I decided to do a video on what's been going on with famous YouTubers lately. Whether it's JonTron or PewDiePie or this latest idiot that went to Japan and basically just upset the authorities and the people in general, taking a Pokemon ball, throwing it in the guy's bicycle and things like that. It's a problem with these individuals. What is wrong with someone that they become so high off fame and narcissistic that he or she feels that they can say anything without getting any repercussions? I mean, I know some of them are young, but some of them are not young, like PewDiePie and JonTron. The other one that did it, he's like, what, 22 years old, and I heard he was amping up his security today. And I guess he should amp up his security because suicide is not a game. It's not something you should play with. A lot of people have been probably hurt by his remarks, but it's just not a good thing to do. Why are you going to sit here when you're going to take pictures of a suicide forest in Japan? What's wrong with you? Besides, have you never seen the movie The Grudge? Are you really gonna do something like that? But yeah, I mean, it's not a game. What is wrong with him? Like, all these, not all, that's an extreme, but quite a few of these people have problems. I mean, after you get money, I guess, you know, you think you're lawyers and everybody else is gonna handle the shitstorm that you create for yourself. And it shouldn't be always the case. I mean, JonTron has faced repercussions where he lost a part in Yooka-Laylee and some other things, and sponsors I'm sure he lost too. And PewDiePie as well has been, I'm not going to say the victim or anything because he's been ignorant as well. And the thing about people, we kind of talk like, oh, that's horrible, but we continue to do the same thing and support these individuals. I don't think they should lose their channels because we all make mistakes, we're human, etc., etc. But I think there should be some repercussions. The reason why what's his face has taken a break because he's getting out of the spotlight. That's probably what his PR agent told him to do. Take a break, get out of the spotlight, wait for people to cool off, then come back, make your money, and make your videos. So the PR probably just told him, like, hey, you need to get out of the spotlight because you're taking a lot of backlash, and Japan is mad at you. The rumor going around that the authorities in Japan might want to talk to you. He's lucky he got out of that country, or he might have been stuck there like Ball's kid, even though he didn't steal out of a convenience store or wherever the hell that kid stole out of. Or the other kid that stole in Korea. These kids are lucky. They're going over to these countries like Japan, China, Korea, and doing stupid things, knowing their laws are vastly different from ours, and they may not make it back here because they may torture them. Just you shouldn't steal, you shouldn't do ignorant things in other people's countries at all, no matter who you are, no matter how famous you are, no matter what color you are. And by the way, East Asians tend to be a little bit more lenient towards people who are European in nature. That's not all people, but sometimes, you know, it's just a preference. Everyone has their preferences. Not all people in these Asian countries are like that, but darker skinned people are sometimes not seen as fondly. And I have been to Japan, and that didn't happen to me, but I did have a mishap in Japan when I was there about 3 years ago, and I'll tell you about it. I just hit my camera by accident, but I'll tell you what happened. I went to Japan. I wanted to learn Japanese. I went there, and I was there to learn Japanese at the International Christian University. To make a long story short, and it is a long story, but if you ever want me to tell it, just leave something in the comment section below. But to make a long story short, I went to Japan to learn Japanese. Watashi wa Torres, my Japanese is horrible. I forgot it. It's been 3 years, and you know, I've really had no one to really talk to that's of Japanese descent that I really made friends with. But it is what it is. Japan has a very interesting culture where they're extremely polite, but like a lot of people have said, Just because they polite don't mean they like you. They might hate your freaking guts. Some will be polite, but that's not all. I don't want to stereotype because not all Japanese people are polite. For instance, I was at International Christian University, and I was going to go with my friend somewhere. So instead of going back to the dormitories where, you know, I put my stuff at, I asked this lady, and this might have been stupid. Yes, it might have been. But I asked this lady if I could leave my bag in her office. And she said, sure. And being the person I am, I didn't know this. I looked up the etiquette prior to going to Japan, but I didn't know that sometimes yes means no. It was a little weird to me. But the yes that she said actually meant no. So once I got back from where I was going to Japan with a friend of mine, this one guy, which I guess was over the woman because she wasn't there anymore, but this one guy came and kind of cursed me out. It was like, and I guess his English was okay, but it wasn't the greatest. I left my number with her just in case she ever needed to contact me or whatever in regards to my bag, or email me. I left her the email. Never mind, I left the email because getting a phone in Japan was too expensive. So I left her my email, and so just in case, you know, I'm leaving my bag somewhere, and she said yes. So, you know, she might have asked for it. Maybe that's why I gave it to her. So anyway, make a long story short, they had my contact information. They weren't able to get me by phone, of course, because I don't have a phone in Japan. To get one would have been too expensive, but I believe she had my email as well. So the gentleman that was over her, it wasn't her, she was gone already. He came to the dormitory, and I was just about to go pick up my bag, most likely, if I remember correctly. But I was just about to go pick up my bag, but he came, and I didn't know who he was. He was a little bit irate. He took the paper that I wrote down my information on, and he threw it at me. And I was like, what's going on? And he was like, blah, 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 and such. And I'm like, I still had no idea what was going on. So the gentleman that's over the dormitories, because the gentleman and also the other lady, the gentleman was wondering what was going on. And it just got really weird. But make a long story short, I got my bag. He was just very unkind and nasty to me, but I didn't say anything, you know. It's all about the respect. I can't say the same would go for JonTron or PewDiePie or any of these other guys, but you know, it's all about, I know the country's all about respect. And even if someone's being disrespectful to me, I don't have to lower myself to that standard and be disrespectful to them. So I got my bag back and whatever, and I went on about my day. And the lady that's in the dormitory along with the gentleman that was wondering what was going on, because he asked the guy too, she was like, don't take this to heart. Don't make this make you not want to come back to Japan. And it kind of discouraged me, but I still would love to go back to the country. Just not to the same university and continue learning Japanese, because I need to get back to learning Japanese. So if anybody knows some good universities that I should go to in Japan, and that has a good Japanese learning program that I can go to, then let me know. I'm a respectful person, but that was just a gaijin mistake that happened. But it was pretty much spilt milk under the bridge after that. I went about my day, and you know, it was whatever. But I'm a little disappointed as a YouTuber myself with an extremely small channel. I'm not big guys like these guys, and I don't have a $6.55 million house like the 22-year-old that just got in trouble. But maybe one day. That would be lovely. And I'll still remain the same person that I am. People feed off silliness and narcissisticness and people just doing crazy things on YouTube. And I'm sorry, but that can't be me. The craziest thing you might see me doing is maybe asking people certain questions or something like that on this channel or on my other channels, or maybe being a little bit goofy, but not to the point to where I know it is disrespectful. Even in America, that's disrespectful. They come up to somebody, stick a Pokeball on their bike, and people are like, what's going on with this crazy blondish-haired gaijin? I mean, that's just in any culture. And he's very lucky that he didn't get arrested within Japan, because he's gotten away with so much that I'm sure that I would have got arrested for. Oh, to make another long story short, I was with my friends from the university that was studying Japanese with me, and we were out late at night, and we didn't, I guess because we were gaijin, meaning foreigners, Maybe that's why we were, I don't want to say, I guess maybe it was profiling. But we were walking, we were of different ethnicities, nationalities, and racial categories. Caucasian, Asian, and other groups. So yeah, we were walking together. Maybe it wasn't Asian, maybe it was mostly just non-Asian, and you know, I don't think, maybe none of the Asian people came out that night. Yeah, it's probably all of us gaijin that weren't Asian. There were some Asian people in the group, but it didn't go out that night. It's like my people, well, not my people, the people that I hung around were from Europe or from the US. So yeah, we were mostly Americans. We were walking around late at night, and we were stopped by the Japanese police who wanted to see our ID. We weren't doing anything suspicious or anything. We were just walking because we were going somewhere. I don't remember whether we were just going out late at night to grab drinks or food, but we were going late at night. We were stopped by the police, and there was a language barrier. So I was like, oh, no. I do not want to get locked up in Japan. We weren't doing anything, but you never know. I'm sure Japan has police that don't have people's best interests at hand too, that do things that aren't, you know, it's things that they probably shouldn't do. Not everybody is righteous and a good person. We're all human, so we're all susceptible to do bad things, unfortunately, which has happened with JonTron, PewDiePie, and other YouTubers, and it's going to happen again. The young guy that did this, he's done this stuff before, but he's gotten away with it. So when you continue to get away with stuff, what are you going to do? You're going to keep pushing the envelope. And he did this for views, of course. You know? So, and he already has a lot of views, for, 15 million. Then PewDiePie capitalized on his lack of success from doing dumb things, and he made a video about it. And I guess I can't talk, because I guess people will be viewing me as doing the same thing. And I just wanted to talk about it because I've been to Japan, and I know how the people are, as well as PewDiePie has pointed out in his video as well. And that he can't talk because he has done things too. He can talk, but people are going to, of course, look at him as an hypocrite, etc., etc. But, yeah, I put in my 2 cents. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell button to let you know when I come out with new videos. This is Miguel at Retro Basement. I thought I would talk about these unfortunate happenings, and I hope it don't continue to happen with YouTubers that get famous. Be careful, everyone. If you get famous, don't take it to your head. Take care.